Hi guys, this is Diane from England. I've got a split screen at the moment because I've got my friends and my mentors, Mike and Michelle Aldo, because Mike I've known for over a year, and I think it was February last year, and he said, come and join me, it's only $7. And I'm going, it's a scam, I'm going to say what you do. Then I think it was October or November, Mike and Michelle just hit $10,000 a month, and I'm going, why the hell didn't I listen to him last year? I would be earning this now. So, Mike and Michelle, could you give us any information at all? How what you're doing at the moment, and if you've got any tips on how we can get more leads and sales?
Absolutely. First of all, income disclaimer for anything that was said about money, but you can do it. And if you're willing to just do what it takes, you can have results. Diane is one of our team members, and she's had awesome results with us, and she's growing so much. And it's funny how we've been connected for so long, and she just joined, and, she's realizing, hey, this is great and feels great because we've built that connection together, and Michelle as well once Diane joined us. So it's been an exciting road.
No, absolutely. Diane, you're awesome. And, some of the best way to get leads and sales is, one, to follow your mentors, do what they're doing. That's my number one tip. Number two is staying consistent. You have to stay consistent in your business, following the 8 core commitments. They're there for a reason. If you're not following the 8 core commitments daily, then you're not doing your business the way you should be doing it. And the questions you're having, can be because you're lacking in that. And attending every single mastermind. These are how you get better leads and sales, because the more you gain knowledge, the better your mindset gets, the better you stay plugged in. That's when you start doing more in general. You have more volume, you have more to offer. You've been blogging daily, so when you stay consistent, you have a lot to offer. And that's what we're here for. We're here to offer value, and we're here to offer ourselves to others, and helping people, learn how they can run an online business, but learn how to do efficiently and in long term.
So what freedom do you have now that you didn't have a year ago?
Well, I mean, honestly, it's the vision that's the most free, and the mindset and the internal shift that we've had, because when you want to do anything in life, you need to have an internal shift. And, Diane, I've seen that over the time we've known you, you're shifting so much. I mean, you don't even notice it. We notice it every day. I don't
notice it.
You might. Well, hey, yes, you do, because you've had results and you've been doing really awesome things. You blog daily, you take consistent action, just like we do, and just like our team do.
You've invited us to, for this, this time tonight, and that's taking the lead. And you're a great leader. And
wow.
Yeah, and the more you start recognizing that these action steps that you're taking, that everybody is taking and should be taking, it's every step closer to you being a leader, because these are the same things that we've had to do. We've had to take these same things and do those same things that you're doing today. You just have to do them, and then eventually,
Absolutely.
They get easier.
The cool thing is that we're huge law of attraction nuts, and so is Diane. So it's really great to just be connected and be bouncing off each other. If she comes to us like, oh, I'm looking to do things this way or that way, and we kind of like put her on a good path, and it's great to be connected. And that's what she's going to be doing with her team as time progresses. I'm sure you've been doing that with your team members that you have now. We've been watching things that you do, because we're here to help you and make sure that you're doing the best that you can do with what you have. And first thing is being all in with your business, and you did that. You took that action. You did what it took. You looked at what you needed to do, and you did it. And that's what you need to do. Diane, you doing that gets you the results you've been getting, and you're growing. We're all in a growing phase. So it's just so exciting to have you as part of our team and to just watch you grow as well.
I promised my email list. I've got 482 lovely little people who I send videos to every day. I wrote them a video last Saturday saying, my commitment to me and my commitment to you is one video a day with one day off, probably on a Sunday, but it might change if I'm working the day job. And I have kept it's a commitment to me. So I'm growing as a person, and you do the daily habits and you become stronger and stronger and stronger every day.
Absolutely. And you've been becoming stronger every day. Like, it's like unbelievable.
Crazy.
And like I said, you don't really even notice it. We didn't notice it.
Tell our friends that are watching on the video what you're doing next week. Tell them about your RV and all this adventure.
Next week, we are flying out to Miami for the Generation Hero event, which is a private mastermind that we have been fortunate and blessed to have been invited to because of the success that we've been having, because of
consistent daily
actions, because we have a vision and we believe in 100% in what we're doing, and we do not complain or think any kind of doubt along our way. We do not allow it in our lives. We only see good and great things, and because of it, we've seen this event from the moment it was announced. We've been calling it into our lives every single day, and here we are. We got there.
Yeah, guys, and
and we know that anyone else, if you can get your mind straight too, you can get there too.
When we first started, we weren't like this. We had already been starting our shift, but honestly, like when it comes to a contest and qualifying, I was always like, oh, nah, I won't be able to do that. But this time and recently, the last couple of years, anything that I'd look at as I can do it. I can do that. We can do that, And I look at it the same way for Diane or for you watching the video. You can do it. You just have to have that dedication, that commitment to your vision. And if you don't have that, then you're not going to achieve anything you would like. You might have successes here and there, but honestly, I had to realize that so I could have my big breakthrough, so we could have our big breakthrough, so other people as well could too. So, it doesn't matter where you're at right now. You can change your life just by simply changing what you think and by taking consistent daily action, getting around the people like the three of us and like our team. So
I just love the live event, the live hangouts that I was on boot camp last week, and it was so great to actually be there. And I just think of you lot as a new family.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're a total family. Absolutely.
Right on, man. We look at you the same way.
Wait till you go to the event, and you better be there in April. I don't care what you have to do to get there. You're going to be there, and you're going to, if you feel what you felt last week at the boot camp, you have seen nothing yet when you get to be with us in person. Give us a hug. Give Michael Martin a hug, Alex, Anna, all of them. You get to be present with the people who've been inspiring you.
When you start to plug yourself in with the people and you go to the live events and people see you show up, you're taken more serious. And I know Diane's all the way in England, so there is that little gap where it's like it does take that extra big of step to get there. But you know what? You will get there, exactly. And I honestly think the next event coming up in April after this exclusive event, you should be focusing on that right now as you're going to go. And once the ticket prices are announced or the tickets are announced, you should be buying those tickets. So
the tickets will be announced this weekend. Yeah, plan on buying your ticket.
Plant the seed so that
they must be, right?
I don't know, but just just plant the seed so that you can put your best foot forward and be like, hey, in April, I'm going to this event. I'm meeting Mike and Michelle, and I'm doing this, and that. Write it down.
Actually, do you know what? When we went to our first event, and we weren't sure how we were going to get there. We had no idea how we were going to get to this event in so many ways, and for so many reasons. But we bought our ticket, and we just said we just told ourselves, the universe is going to work in our favor, and everything is going to work out perfect.
Doubts, we did have doubts a little bit, but then we're like,
doubts,
okay, no.
Squash them with the universe is going to work out in our favor.
Right at the beginning.
Just buy your ticket and don't worry about how you're going to get there. You bought your ticket. The destination is already in your vision. And you're going.
Your mind's going to ask you something, but you just ignore it, because when we did that, Michelle's like, oh, how am I going to get that time off? I'm like, we're buying the tickets and we're going. End of story. And she's like, all right. We did
That's true, because if you think of something every day, everything shifts to actually make it happen. It's like Dave Wood said when on the Inner Circle, when he said he got an event to go to and he booked it and he hadn't got a comp plan. and 2 days before the event, he meets somebody who wrote the comp plan in 1 hour flat. This was 2 days before he booked the event. If you think about it, think about it. Mind over matter, law of attraction. It will come.
Oh, yeah. But the thing is, though, it does come, it will come. It doesn't happen right away because it's a mindset shift. It's a mindset shift. And, you know, we both know nothing happens overnight like that. You have got to gain your own momentum. And your momentum begins with the thought and the belief. And the thought and belief has to be created daily and fed so that it can gain momentum. And eventually you've given yourself enough time to build up really good karma, really good momentum, and you're able to just start like really getting there. And that's what happens to every leader. And if you listen to them, that's what happens. Their momentum has to pick up when you're changing your mind. No matter where your mindset is, because we're all in different places, but we can all get to where one is. You just have to train your brain. You have to eliminate all TV. So any tips
Absolutely.
there? That has to go because you're training your brain there. When you're watching things, your subconscious mind is taking in negative feelings and thoughts and creating them and internalizing them. So then all of a sudden your next day starts and it's kind of going for what it just recently went to, which is really not that good of a message. So when you're really taking your days and your time to fill your brain and your ears with only the things you allow, because you will not allow anything else into your life and into your head and into your mind, that's when real magic happens. But you have to be disciplined and you have to be ready and willing.
Superb. So is there any message that you want to give the guys that aren't in this beautiful, beautiful, wonderful family to actually help them see the light?
Absolutely. You need to, first of all, start believing in yourself and know that you can do anything that you desire. You can do anything you would like in this world. Just know that. You're powerful, and all it takes is the right connection, meeting the right people like Diane, like us, like our team, like other people like Michael Martin, you know, who I'm sure Diane talks about all the time. You know, he's an awesome guy and he's an inspiration to us. And,
oh, yeah, totally.
you know,
like Alex and John, the three amigos.
Absolutely. But I mean, just staying consistent and knowing that you're going to have to really, I've been thinking about it, you know, if you want to get all the trash out of the trash bag, if you go in there with your hand and just pull it out, you just start over, you know what I mean? So just think about that with your life. You need to go in there and pull out all the garbage and start getting your mind on the right path, start believing in yourself, and start setting a goal, a vision, and put things together in 90-day increments. Don't think like, oh, in like 5 years I'll have this or that. You know, think about in 3 months I want to go to this event, or in 3 months I want to become an all-in member in my business, or in 3 months, you know, I think I'm going to be finally ready to join Diane and to get started with her, you know, depending on where you're at, because people are going to start business when the time is right for them. And that's what Diane did. You know, we spoke and we built a connection on Facebook, and, you know, we grew, and little by little, she's finally like, okay, I'll join you. And then she never joined. And then like 2 weeks later, she's like, all right, I'm going to join you. What's the link? And then 2 weeks later, she'd ask again. And then finally she joined because it was right for her. And that's how it's going to be for you as well.
And I went all in as soon as possible.
As soon as possible, exactly. And that's the key point, you know. And when you realize that, you know, to put everything towards a goal, you know, things in your life that you don't use anymore are going to be put towards that. So just think big and outside the box.
The best thing about Empower Network is the mindset, because it really helps you grow. And I can feel that I've grown so much since day one. What do you think, guys?
I think we've been saying that the whole time we've been on this, Diane. You know, you've been
what the hell is Martin doing up there?
Oh, what?
Oh,
where's he come from? Hang on.
How did that happen?
Hang on, can you live?
I was about to say, I heard there were some awesome people hanging out around here, so I figured I'd just pop in and say, hey.
Oh my God, this is Michael Martin. Hi, Mike. This is Diane from England, and I'm
in Diane's day.
Mike and Michelle, who are my top leaders, because they're my mentors and they brought me into the business, and we've just been talking about you and you just pop off. It's amazing.
I have magical powers over Zoom, so like I have a feeling when I know my team members are on here, so I just figure it out and just pop on.
I'm doing a video here. Michael Martin, I'm sure you've heard me talk about him. He's the one that lost his restaurants and he had foreclosure on the house. And he's one of the three amigos, the top leaders. And there's Alex, I've just mentioned Alex, John, and Michael Martin, the three amigos. And then he just pops up. Hi, Mike. This is Diane from England. Alex.
Awesome.
20 to 10 at night.
Well, it's good to be here. I just wanted to pop in and say, hey, I heard you guys were hanging out, so I figured I'd come in and just say what's up. And are you doing an interview? Is this what's going on?
Yeah, well, it wasn't an interview. No, it's just a chat because I'm just going to send this to my list because I thought it's going to help me. If I interview Mike and Michelle, who are my friends, and I've known Mike for a whole year, and I've been watching him grow and grow and grow. And I'm thinking, look, I want a piece of the action now. So I'm all in, matey, and that's it. And I'm just doing video. I've done 3 videos today, Mike. This is my 3rd one.
That's great.
Diane, it sounds like you're actually surrounding yourself with people that you love here. It sounds like you're in a really good place. You know, that's an awesome thing.
Yeah, that is awesome.
I can't believe Michael Martin's live with me.
It's like you got a celebrity on here, huh?
That's awesome, man. It made me feel kind of like I feel kind of weird now. You know?
I'm going to send this to my list. Have you got any tips that for the people who are in the 9-to-5 jobs and they're in this trap and they're just feeling, oh my God, there's more to life than this? Is there anything you've got to say to them?
Yeah. Well, it's funny because, 9-to-5 job people, I can't really speak to them that well because that's not really where I came from. But I did have a wife who was actually locked down by 9-to-5. And when I lost my restaurant business, it was cool because when I came into this business, I didn't know what I was doing. None of us did. None of us came out of our mamas, knowing internet marketing. You know what I'm saying? It's not like we were just born with this. It was something that we definitely had to learn. But I wanted something different, and I wanted to take my wife out of her 9-to-5 more than anything in the world. But I had to get my stuff together first. And so the biggest tip I can give anybody, that it doesn't matter if you're in a 9-to-5, if you just feel broken and you just have been down in the dumps and you just don't know where to go because you just don't know. You feel like you have a cloud over you, whether it's your debt, your family, or whatever's messing you up. You've got to get away from it. You just saw how Diane got super excited that when I popped on, and trust me, I have no ego about that. It's humbling. It's awesome. But see, that's the kind of things that happen when you start to surround yourself with people who are going in a different direction than the norm. So that one tip I can give you if you're watching this is our team. This is who. I work with these guys, and with Mike and Michelle and Diane. We all work together. We're together at least 2 or 3 times a week on masterminds. And it's cool to be able to surround yourself with people who just want to do something different, who want to actually break the norm. And I'm going to give you the tip here in a second, okay? And I keep telling you I'm going to tell you what it is. The tip is just to get started. The tip is if you're on a screen, you're probably on Diane's blog, her beautiful blog. She's probably got this video playing, and you're listening to me. And if you just look down, there should be a link or a button down there to just lock arms with us, to just join our team and make the decision to get started. Then from there, everything else, you can figure that out as you go. But making a decision to get started is the hardest thing for most of us in the beginning. We want to be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Just click the button and get started, and then we'll show you the ropes as you go. Diane's going to plug you into our team mastermind. She's going to show you how to surround yourself with like-minded people and start to transform like she is. I've been watching her just grow in our Skype chat. And when we're on, trust me, I watch. It's my team, man. I can't help it. Want to grow the team. And we're here in Atlanta, Georgia. The Aldos, they're going to be all over the United States, traveling around in their camper, man, just living life.
I haven't even spoken about that yet.
Yeah, well, they'll tell you about that in a minute. And Diane's all the way over in the UK, right?
Yeah.
She's all the way across the pond, and we're able to take this internet business and build together, which is awesome. So just click the link, get started. I'm just going to hang out here for a minute and listen to you guys talk. So
we love it, man.
Unless you want to ask me anything else, you can ask me something else.
Come on, tell the viewers, as it were, Mike and Michelle, about your RV and this big camper van thing and your adventure.
Absolutely. Well, to tap back into your original question about the 9 to 5 thing. That's where we came from. So, I mean, changing that part is huge. And you know what? Some people might be like, I'm working all day. I can't do that. I don't have time to do a business. I don't have time to do personal development. I don't have time to do any of this stuff. Listen, if you get rid of the TV and all this other stuff in your life that don't serve you and just suck time out of you, then you can start a business. You can start personally developing. You can start taking action every day in different ways that are going to transform you. That's what we've done. And because of it, we've got the RV in the driveway. We've got the house on the market. We've got plans to just get rolling forward in the next month or so. You know, we got to see what happens with the house and where we need to be. But our mindset is we're on the road within a month. Anyways.
Well, the second that house sells,
Exactly.
we're like pulling out of the driveway and getting our horn going, and we're going.
Did I tell you, my friends? You've got to be mad to be my friend. If you're not mad, you can't be my friend.
You know, but a big thing of what we're doing, it's to represent our own personal freedom and our own dreams and goals. This was not something we just created. This is something we've always dreamed of for years. We're huge campers. We upgraded to a pop-up. We always talked about the day we buy the RV. You know, so when we got into this, we decided, we learned, I don't have to wait until I'm 67 years old to sell the house, sell everything we own. We can do this now because we have the online capabilities and the resources to make it happen. And when we do it, when we start living our dreams, we're able to help others even push them closer to their dreams.
Exactly. And, you know, Diane, us all together here, what we do within Empower Network, you can take that with you forever and ever because it's universal stuff. It's law stuff that you're doing here. It's stuff that is a formula, is a one single thread of success that everyone does. And it's laid out perfectly for you to understand if you just take the time, pay attention, take action, and just ask the right questions to not only others, but to yourself as well.
So, Mike, hi. Tell everyone that Mike and Michelle, did they get 10,000 a month quicker than you?
Oh yeah, they smoked me. See, just so you know, if you're watching this, you obviously know that we got an internet business. We build an internet business from home and all that fun stuff. We actually build a business in our own home, not like somebody else's home, which is pretty cool. I know every other home business, you go build it in somebody else's living room or about 15 other people's living rooms. But anyway, so my goal when I started this business was obviously my first goal was to get to $3,000 a month. And everybody, like the leaders, like my personal leader kind of laughed at me. It's kind of like, really, that's it? Like that wouldn't even pay my rent or my mortgage in Brooklyn. So I'm like, hey, I live in Georgia, $3,000 a month to pay all my bills. Mm-hmm. So we got there pretty quick. And then I had this goal to hit 10K a month, have a 5-figure month. So we like scoot around 5, 8, 6, 7, 5. You know, business does this, guys, just so you know. Don't think business always just does a straight shot all the way up. You know what I mean? It's like kind of like the stock market. It has its dips. But if you're consistent in what you do, it will, when you step back from it, be a shot straight up. Well, not straight up, but at an angle. But so I was so it took me roughly, results not typical. Check out your income disclaimer at the bottom of the page. But got to keep you compliant. So it took me about 2 years, give or take, to get to like my first like 5-figure month. It broke us into 6 figures, and then from there everything just like totally went nuts. Okay, like it took us to like, I think we're number 1 recruiters. We crossed $500,000 earned. All that happened like within the following year. So it was pretty cool. Well, here come Mike and Michelle Aldo from like nowhere. And like, I'm like, okay, cool. We met in Nashville. And then all of a sudden, like we launched our awesome new comp plan that pays out like way better than the old one did. It's just awesome. That's why another reason to hurry up and get started. And so we got in there and like, dude, they went and just ran to a 5-figure month, to a 10K month like that. Like right out the gates from the new comp plan and everything, just went and smoked it. And I was like, man, I don't want to ask, but I got to ask them. So I'm like, how long did it take y'all? And they're like, oh, like a little under a year, like 11 months, 10 months, something like that. I was like, dang it. Man, they smoked me. But at the same time, I'd say I always act like I'm like all dislike, like I'm like ill about it or something. I'm really not. I'm actually super excited. I love to see people smoke me. You know, I want to see you smoke. I want to see my team smoke my records. You know, I'm competitive, so I always tell them that they never will, but they've already done that. They broke that record on me, and I'm just waiting for somebody to take me off the leaderboard. So, so I'm waiting to see somebody come up on the attack. But,
but
anyway.
Michael, you know, to just stop you right there, we got to where we are because of our team, because of you. You know, you went through 2 years of giving us information that we were able to take advantage of. So I don't want to call it luck. I call it being blessed. But, you know, I just think that you came into our lives and we took advantage of everything we're supposed to.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, and that's the kicker is like, you know, that's the beautiful thing. Like even with Diane, you know what I mean? Like, or if you join Diane, you know, there's some of us who have already gone through a lot of the growing pains. We've gone through a lot of the testing and trying to figure things out. So we can like sit here and go, oh, you need traffic. Here's your place to go get traffic. Or here's this. When we actually spent tons of money and time trying to figure it out, it's already laid out. So it definitely, it's going to get easier and easier as our team grows and we have more and more I would say like experts in their fields at what they do in our businesses. Because we all have our strengths, and it's very cool because you get to play off those strengths. You get to take advantage of those strengths because we do work as a unit. So it's awesome. So you know what to do.
What's the advantage of getting all in, Mike?
Advantage to getting all in is simple. It's simple. You get to work with us. I mean, let's be real.
Work with the $25 people, by the way, guys.
Yeah, I mean, well, hey, everybody's got to get started where they're at. It's kind of like we have a way to meet people where they're at, no matter where they're at, to help them get going. But if like me personally, like myself, she talked about the three amigos earlier. There's John, there's Alex, there's myself. Between the three of us, there's over $2 million in commissions earned. And we have pretty big teams. So we're engaged with our teams, but you know what? The people who are all in, who have access to all the education to be successful, which is number one. Number two, they're positioned to earn all the money up front. They're not going to lose any money. They're positioned to earn all the money. And those are the people that, number three, we're going to work with. Like we have a private Skype chat for our team consistency, all in people. We have a private group on Facebook for just them. And we do a boot camp with those all in people to really spark their results. Hence, Mike and Michelle, when they hit their 10K month, it was coming off the heels of a boot camp. So our all in people really get like that. I don't want to say preferential treatment but they do get some special treatment because it's kind of like, are you going to work with, if somebody's coming into a job, are you going to hire the guy who's fully qualified, who's already got the education, the skills, or are you going to hire the guy who really knows nothing, who's not really skilled or has the positioning to actually do the job? You're going to work with the person who's fully qualified. And that's pretty much what all in means to us in this business. You're fully qualified to earn. You got all the education, so you're fully qualified to learn. So you got everything you need to be successful. So that's all in is important. And not only is it just that, but it's a commitment. Like when you do go all in, you think you feel it a little bit more. You pushed a little bit more to make it work. It's a mentality that we have, and it's what's kept us around here so long. Is being all in, not going anywhere. So
being all in to me is just being totally committed and doing what you're told, even if you're not getting the results that you want. You just plod on, and suddenly you're going to go for it. It's just going to skyrocket, isn't it, Mike?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it will. And that's a quick story. It's funny because I was telling you about the 2 years it took me to get to my first 5-figure month and to make my first $100,000 in this business. I would always tell myself every month I'm going to do 10K this month. I'm going to do 10K this month. And for so many months, it never happened. Like I'd come close, or some months I wasn't even near. I was maybe like halfway there, and it just wouldn't happen. But we just kept going. We just kept going. And then when it did happen, it hasn't stopped, because it's almost like we just hit that stride, that momentum just kicked in, and everything else just fell into place. So my biggest encouragement, once you do get started is once you get all in, and just don't stop. You just keep taking those daily actions that we teach you how to do. It'll fall into place if you continue to do it. The only way you lose, the only way that you can lose in this game is if you quit. That's it. You know, there's no other way to lose. So
click the link below. See you on the inside, guys. I'm going to stop recording now, but stay on the line, guys. So see you on the inside for you on the emails.
See you on the inside.